right. That's all. Yeah. Well, 1 week. Yeah. Yeah. Well, welcome. We're really excited about the bowl game and looking forward to the matchup against Western Michigan. Tim Lester runs a great program there, and they had a win their last game. They beat Northern Illinois, so that's a good matchup for us, and we're looking forward to it. Our guys are really excited about going to Boise. We have a lot of players from around that area in Idaho, and we're familiar with being on that blue turf earlier this year, and so just really excited about being around the community and showing our guys a good time, but also having the mindset that we want to win the game, and just really excited to see our fans that are out there. We have a lot of fans that make the trip, and looking forward to a competitive and a good game. So I'll take any questions you guys have.
What's it like waiting to see where you go? Like years
Yeah.
past, there's been a tie-in. This time you just kind of had to see how it all shook out.
Yeah, I was just like everybody else, just really anxious, wanted to get we want to plan and know who we're facing, and where we're going, and it was nice. I was just like everybody else. I got the notice on yesterday, so really excited and looking forward to the time that we get to practice and time that we spend with this team and have one more opportunity to play the game. So, yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. And after not being in a bowl game last year, we're really excited about this one. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun going to Boise. I got to try to find a way to get a win on that blue turf.
Had you been tipped off on any potential games, including this one, beforehand at all?
No. I mean, that's kind of one of those things that everybody was projecting a lot of different things, but I really didn't care really where the game was going to be at and didn't have an opinion and just wanted to get to a game. I know there's other teams that have been invited that didn't get a bowl bid, so really thankful for the opportunity to play another game and to do it close to home and get to do it before Christmas. So my wife's really excited about that. But regardless, this is around that time that we want to be playing another game, no matter when it lands, and just looking forward to the game a lot. I wasn't tipped off to anything. I'm not even in the decision-making process of that, but I just wanted to get a game and make sure that we have enough time to get ready for it.
Cold weather versus warm weather. I mean, traditionally bowls were played kind of in warmer weather, but this one's been played for 20 years in a cold weather venue. Does it matter?
That's fine. Yeah, let's get some snow out there and we'll play the game. So I mean, yeah, we get to play football game. It doesn't really matter, and as long as there's no lightning, we'll keep playing. So that. I don't really worry about the elements. Our guys are ready for all of it.
With several players missing the last regular season game, is it looking promising that any of them may be back for the bowl game?
Well, there's going to be some guys that are cutting it close, but when I say cutting it close, we have to see if they have enough time to practice and be ready for the game. Obviously, Corbin's out and Matt Hadley will be out, but Squally has been cleared to go, so he'll be practice full go today. Other than that, I think the rest of the guys are kind of we're still waiting to see. I don't think there's anybody else that's going to be counted out other than Matt and Corbin. Corbin was obviously when we already talked about it after the game. So.
What was Matt's? I know he got hurt against Utah, but what was Matt's situation?
It was a fractured leg. Yeah. So tough guy. I mean, walked off on his own and everything, and. We'll miss him, but it's good to get the other guys back, and we'll still see if Lopini's ready. He'll be cutting it close, like I said before, and we just got to keep moving. But he'll be with us, and we'll be able to go spend some time together in Boise and hang out.
What do you know about Western Michigan?
Well, I know there's guys on the team that went undefeated and went to I think the Cotton Bowl against Wisconsin a couple years back, and so I'm pretty sure those guys are the senior leaders on that team right now, and so there's guys there that have played against some big time games, and looking at their offense, they scored a lot of points. I think they average roughly around 250 in the passing game, and then 200 running. So they put up a lot of points, and they beat a team that we lost to. Northern Illinois. So if you're looking at common opponents, we can look at that. And this is an opportunity for us to, with a lot of time to get ready for the game, to work hard, get better, provide our younger guys that get better and learn the scheme a little bit more and work on our depth and, have an extra spring ball, really. So we're going to try to develop our guys quickly and utilize all the time we can practice. We're practicing six days this week and another 6 next week. So we'll take as much time as we need to get ready for the game. But the whole point of this bowl game is to go and win. And, you know, we 2016 we won our bowl game, and I look forward to trying to get another win this year. So that's got to be the #1 goal for us.
So with the 6 you anticipate using all 15, a lot of practices?
Yeah, and then that's the next 2 weeks, and we're going to use our practices the next week going into the game. Yeah.
How do you balance that with recruiting and stuff with the signing period and just coming out and all that?
Yeah, I think we're gonna have a lot of our guys are local. We'll be able to take care of in our home visits and stuff in the evening, but we'll have to have coaches fly and do home visits and get right back here and practice. So we'll just we won't have a bunch of coaches gone. We'll have a few going to home visits, and we kind of have an idea of who our guys that are going to sign mid-year. We know who they are and plan on signing a good group on the 19th, and we'll go from there. But I think that's got to be part of what we do, and mostly in the evenings now it's getting the home visits, and so I think we'll be able to accomplish both.
Do you anticipate most of your coaching staff staying intact?
I do. I mean, that's one thing that you can't predict. You know, there's a lot of things that happen in college football and with hires and people moving different places. I will say that I want my coaches to you know, I want guys to keep moving and progressing in their coaching career, and so I want my coaches to be head coaches. You know, whether the timing is right for them to be coordinators or head coaches or whatever it is, I want to promote our guys to keep progressing and finding ways to be head coaches. I think I have a lot of good young and future head coaches on our staff, and I'm going to try to push them to achieve their goals. So, with that being said, you know, we'll keep the culture and the team thriving, and then you know, whether they're coaches or players, we try to get a machine going that they had back in the day. I mean, there's a lot of coaches that have come through this program and have gone to other places and done well, whether it's in you know, in high school level or college or even in the NFL. That's it.
Any other questions?
You guys are easy. Thank you. Happy holidays.
Gotta spread things out over a couple.
I know. Well, you guys like also every practice you're going to talk to me.
How's it going, guys?
So Matt, what was your reaction when you found out the news about heading to Boise again?
I was excited. I mean, I've never been to a bowl before, so I'm just excited to play another game, have the opportunity to be in a bowl game. Everyone looks forward to it. That's everyone's goal. So when playing college football, so I'm just grateful and excited to see what the bowl experience is like.
Now that it is a reality and you know what bowl you're going to, who you're playing with, how much of a satisfying feeling is it to be able to reach that goal this year?
It's definitely satisfying. It's not what I mean. We wanted to. I mean, every team has goals to go far, and sometimes they're long-term goals. But we, coming from a season that we had, going 4-9, just knowing that we were able to be bowl eligible I think is a good step for this program. And even though we lost some games that we should have won and didn't have the season that we were expecting to have this year, just to know that we were able to make a bowl and have that chance to play another game, it's awesome for a program. It's awesome for recruits to see that we have we've had a tradition of going to bowls, and unfortunately last year we didn't go, but it helps recruiting, it helps just the whole program, it helps the culture in general. So I think we're all just grateful that we have a chance to play and go to Boise.
How has the team responded from this latest loss? You said there's some games that you lost, but here over the last week and a half since that last loss.
I mean, it was a tough loss. We were all expecting. I mean, the way the first half started, we were excited. We had all the energy. We kind of sucked the energy out of the crowd. So, just whatever happened in that second half, we couldn't keep it together. Utah came out and they made plays, and yeah, it stunk that we couldn't come away and control the lead. But I mean, that's how football goes sometimes, and I think our players understand that. We really wanted to win. You want to win every game, but yeah, we're excited to play them the first game next year, and we're just, I mean, whenever you lose a game, you can't just mope around and be sad for the next couple weeks. You have to focus, and now that we know who we're playing, Western Michigan, they're a good team, and it's just all the focus is on them. So we're excited to play Western Michigan. They're a good team. They've won some games, and yeah, I mean, like Coach Kalani said, they beat Northern Illinois, so they definitely have talent, and we just have to be ready for it and prepare with this extra time that we have to play a good game against them.
This downtime, this couple of weeks off, can be good for you health-wise?
Yeah, I think for everyone. I mean, last week we had just lifting that we were supposed to go do for at least a couple days a week, but it was good to get caught up with school for a lot of us, and yeah, just our bodies, it's nice. I mean, you want to stay in shape, and our coaches kept telling us we can't just slack off, but yeah, it's nice on the body just when you're banged up, just to have a week or two to, I mean, not be going full go 100% this whole time. It's definitely a blessing, and I think it'll be good for a lot of our players.
There are a lot of underclassmen on this team that have contributed. How big are the next couple of weeks of practice, just getting this extra time, one more game of experience? How big is that for the development of this underclassmen group that you're part of?
I think it's really big. I mean, especially with the new rule of being allowed to play 4 games and still have a redshirt year. There are still a lot of players that maybe have used 3 games, or I don't know which ones haven't used up their red shirts or not, but it's definitely a great opportunity for them to see what the speed of college football is like, especially in a bowl game. There's excitement, and it'll be good. Like Coach said, I guess it's similar to another spring ball. Like this is my first go at it, but what I've heard is just it's good for a lot of players to develop and hone their skills, learn the technique, get more comfortable with the offense and defense, and just how we play. And yeah, I'm excited to see some of these younger players develop, and hopefully they can make some plays if their name's called during the bowl game.
Is there less concern about where that bowl game is? It sounds like you're more just excited that there's a game. It doesn't really matter where it is, or cold weather, warm weather, or anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's always people that are excited, people that aren't, people within the program, with outside of the program. There's always people that, I don't know, like people tweeted about BYU to Tampa, but that was just kind of just people kind of messing around. I think everyone's excited to just be able to play another game, and yeah, we're going to Boise. We've played in cold weather. I think it's not like it's gonna be it's not something completely new. I mean, look at our field out there. There's snow just dumped on us, so we'll be ready for it. And yeah, I don't know if people are upset. I don't really care if people are upset, but I mean, it's another game, and it's a cool opportunity to be playing in a bowl game. So.
Do you think Bo and those guys are trying to influence the bowl committee to say, hey?
I mean, I think they were just messing around. I think some guys were talking. We all knew of some possibilities for the bowls, and that sounded cool to them to go to a vacation spot. But yeah, I think people are just happy to play another game.
You guys got a lot. Your family specifically has a lot going on this month between you getting ready for the bowl game and Emily trying to make a run in the NCAA tournament. It's a pretty crazy and maybe fulfilling month for you guys, right?
Yeah, definitely. They've been playing. I mean, they just beat Utah to move to the Sweet 16, so I'll be in town this Friday, Saturday to cheer them on. Hopefully they can go as far as they can. I mean, I want them to make history, and yeah, it's a busy time, but even if they were to go to the national championship, I think Emily will have a chance to go to the bowl game and kind of experience that, and we haven't been able to go to many of each other's games this season, so it's just nice that we'll be able to support each other at the tail end of the seasons. Sweet. Thank you, guys.
So what was your thoughts when you heard the news about where you were headed?
I was excited, you know. I wanted somewhere like warm, but Idaho will do. Like it's a bowl game, so I'm just happy to be on the bowl game. So that's pretty much it.
Will it be easier for your family and parents to get there as far as, because it's drivable?
Yeah, it's easier for them to get there, but you know, I'm married now, so like my wife's from Houston, so we're hoping a Dallas Bowl would be good. But but yeah, I'm just happy my family will be there, and people surround me that I love, and just be able to see them and have them see me play there. So it'll be a fun time.
What are the benefits beyond just preparing for the bowl game to be able to have these extra weeks of practice and one more game?
I just feel like it's going to help our both offense and defense and just get things polished a little more, and it's going to help us in the future with all the young guys we have on defense and offense, obviously, and it's going to just like another game for us to get better, I feel like, and it's going to improve us for the next game when we play Utah next year for the first game.
What's the talk then defensively when the second half of the last game didn't go as you guys wanted it? What have you guys addressed or talked about just as far as what you guys want to do to bounce back defensively?
We just got to follow the coach's game plan because we have playmakers on defense, and the coaches come up with a good game plan, but we just got to follow that and be more disciplined. That's one thing I feel like we struggle with, is just being disciplined, following the coach's game plan. And when we do that, we win games. Because every time after a game, coach talk about the good and bad things we've done. And like most of it comes from like doing your job. You're 111, and so once we do that, I feel like we can win games, and that's the main thing we got to worry about on defense.
It's obviously not the same opponent, but is there a sense of unfinished business with you guys going back to Boise after the way kind of your last trip to Boise went this season?
Yeah, I don't like that turf, but we got to win on it. That's one thing. We got to finish and win on it. And don't matter who's playing over there. They're Broncos too, so I'm just going to think about we got to beat the Broncos.
Have you looked at very much at Western Michigan at all? I mean, it was just announced yesterday, and probably not broken it down in detail, but have you looked at them?
Yeah, well, as soon as I found out we were playing them, I just, got on YouTube and seen what they were about. Like, they won some games, like just like us, struggled throughout the year or two, but they're not a bad team. They can win just like us, and they can lose just like us, and they're like 50-50 running and passing. So, well, I feel like we'll be a good matchup. So, I'm ready.
Anything else? All right.
I appreciate it.
Thanks, Dad.
Here's Zach.
How does it feel to be preparing for your first bowl game?
I think it's a super cool feeling. I mean, I've just heard from the team, past bowl games they've all gone to, how exciting it is, and how it's a good opportunity to kind of finish the year strong and kind of polish everything up.
For you personally, how do you view this next couple of weeks, just being able to have that extra time with the guys, developing your skills and the skills, what the offense is able to do?
Yeah, I want to be able to finish the season in a really strong aspect of kind of how we want our offense to be. I mean, we got a lot of time off from here until the game, a couple of weeks. I'm hoping that we can almost use it like it's a kind of an off season, like a short off season, where we can grow in these next 2 weeks and kind of build our offense, and just like our team unity is how we want it to be for future years. I mean, we've changed offenses a couple different times this year, and I'm hoping that we find our identity and then kind of stick with it, and we really progress on it going into these next couple weeks.
You're looking at maybe like a springboard in
Yeah.
next year as well.
Yeah, it'd be kind of like a spring ball going into next year. I mean, we get those extra practices, extra development. I hope we take advantage of that.
How critical will it be for you, 6 or 7 freshmen to play extensively on this offense? that what you're most looking forward to, just getting that repertoire established even further?
Yeah, I think we have a lot of growing to do, and I think the off season is going to help, tremendously with all of that stuff. And I think this bowl game is also going to help kickstart us into the next year.
Do you have family in Tampa, or do you just like the place, or are you on the Chamber of Commerce list?
Just trying to make a little stir up. That's all.
You ever heard of reverse psychology? Next time tweet that you want to go to Boise.
Yeah, next time tweet I want to go to Boise, probably would have gone to Tampa.
Zach, you had quite a few Utah players and coaches come up to you after the game. What was kind of the general message that they gave you?
Yeah, it was just good football talk, I guess. Kind of just, you got a bright future ahead of you. Good luck on the rest of the season. A lot of them I knew personally. Me and Julian are like close family related. He's my second cousin, I guess you could say. But I've also known Cody and Chase since I was, younger, and then Francis came here obviously. So I know a lot of those guys. So it was cool to kind of, just get talking to them after the game.
What was your first rivalry game experience like, looking back on it?
Yeah, it was cool. I think I would say the nerves going into it weren't much different than any other game. I would say the whole team was pretty calm and collected going into the game, and I felt like we were prepared and we had a good scheme to come out with. And I think we just needed to keep it up the whole game and be able to finish rather than kind of slowing down a little bit.
Are you excited for another crack at it in 9 months?
Yeah, this is gonna suck to deal with for a whole year, but we'll get another shot at it.
Is that something you plan to use as motivation, you and the boys? Just like, this is the next, we've got this shot, we're going to push ourselves, using that kind of to give a little extra?
Yeah, for sure. It's not like, Utah's just better than us kind of thing. It's, okay, we let that one slip, and we know what Utah can bring, and we know what we can bring to put up points on Utah. We know what this offense and this team is about. So, we know going into the future, we're going to keep preparing for things like that. We're not going to let the next one slide.
Going to Boise for the bowl game, is there a little bit of a sense of obviously different opponents, but maybe some unfinished business based on the way the last one on that turf ended?
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of view it as a new opponent. It'd be cool. We're going back on that field. That field honestly is crappy, but the turf is so bad. The turf is terrible. I left with so many cuts all over my body. It's like I had road burn or whatever it is. But yeah, and it's still bleeding. Yeah, it hasn't gone away still. So so Boise. It'd be cool going back out there on that field and just being able to play another game. I think is the biggest thing. I haven't yet. I know they're a pretty good high-scoring offense. I know they've had a lot of success in the past. I know they've been a really respected team, and I think it'll be a good matchup. I think we can come out and have a little fight going with them.
I think everybody so far has talked about that high-scoring offense. Is that a focus for you guys to make sure you can kind of keep pace with them?
Yeah, we won't really worry about what they're doing. We're just going to take each drive at a time, right? One play at a time, and just make sure that we execute one play at a time, and everything else will take care of itself.
I know you've built a pretty good relationship with Aaron Roderick, but as a player, now that they call it the silly season with coaches jumping around, do you find yourself worrying at all that some of these guys will maybe go?
Oh, shoot, I haven't thought about it. I know, I know this is a place they want to be right now, and if different opportunities come up for them, then I'm sure they could always jump. But it's kind of just worrying about the time we're in now and just going from there.
Any other questions?
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Zach.
Thank you, Zach.